Writer, author, badass, and now podcaster. Who is it?
It's LSH.
Welcome to Talking Shit with LSH, a unique female perspective on sex, love, motherhood, relationships, careers, and the real shit women say and think about societal norms. Unleashed. It's not what you do, it's who you are. Who is it?
It's LSH.
Talking Shit.
Welcome, everybody, to Talking Shit with LSH. I am LSH. I am your host, and before we get started, I want to just say a big thank you to all you baddies who are here. And not just the ones who are present, but the ones who come every month when we do one of these private podcasts or even the live podcasts. It's going to be a little different. Normally, we'll do a couple of topics. This one, we're going to roll with one big ass topic. And it's hot. You guys already did your Baddie scorecard? And before we get into that, though, I want to back up and say this. A little more than a year ago, 2015, I had this brilliant idea of having a podcast. So it's an extension from my book, My Bad. And the wonderful thing about doing the book was it's got these great pieces, 18 wonderful stories about all these different characters. One is entitled Juicy. It's based off of a brother named Brooks who likes to spit. And so when I would work with my actress, she would perform this, whether we were doing a private reading or a live show, and she would perform the piece Juicy. And she would talk about how they were in Brooklyn, my hometown, and how much he liked to spit on shit. He had a thing for spitting, Juicy. And so we started with the book, and that was 2 years ago? Yeah. 2 years ago, my bad. And then we did the live storytellings. We go out privately, we go out publicly. My actors would perform the pieces. But the great thing about doing the live shows was I would do what's called Talking Shit with LSH at the end, like the talk back. And that was great because then I got a chance to interact with the audience, and they would ask all kinds of questions. Like, tell me about the character, Brooks in the piece Juicy. Or tell me about the piece Shit you wrote. Like, is that real? You know, and the mom changes her name to Shit just so she gets a piece. Right? Yeah, that was my mother. You got a lot of kids, right? I need some peace. And we would talk then about women, right? Make sure you guys' cell phones are off, please. And then we would talk about women. Right? How do we empower ourselves? How do we unleash a little? And we hadn't really figured that part out, but it really was about us letting go, feeling better about ourselves, really owning who we were and we are as women. And so my cousin, who was working with me on branding, said, that piece, Talking Shit with LSH, that like at the end of the show, that's hot. Like, you should extend that. And I couldn't figure out how. And so to be honest, I can't remember how the podcast idea came up, but it landed. And that was a little over a year ago. And in October of 2015, I recorded my first Talking Shit with LSH in this room with this team. So I just want to give a big, huge thanks to you guys for coming and supporting, but a big, big thanks to Bianca and Miss Kitty and Pop. For them, I mean, I know I'm the shit and all, but and I'm head baddie, but they are really the head baddies, and they allow me to stay in my lane, and I stay out of the way for them to do what they do. And if you experience the green room, there's your first or second times, they're on their shit, right? Right. They take it seriously. I love them. I appreciate them, and I just wanted to say thank you. It's 1 year. So, I just wanted to say that, and then thank you all for being here. So now we're going to start the real shit. All right? All right. All right. So I hear you guys did the panty slayer game, right? What kind of panty are you? So the cool thing about the game, although it's a lot of fun, it really speaks to that part of ourselves we don't really share with a lot of people. And I know we make it fun with the panty, but it's also something to be said about that part of ourselves that we really don't let the world see, right? And then the question becomes, does the panty match your personality? So the society, the world, those who we love, do they really see the real us? Do they really see the real you? Or are we camouflaging that for whatever reason? But so, just to kind of start with the fun part, how many of you are thongs? Raise your hand. Thong wearers. Okay. Briefs. I got one. That always surprises me because whenever I see a real gorgeous, sexy woman and she's like, I'm a bloomer wearer. And we're going to talk about why. Because I wonder if your why is the same reason that the others say that they are, right? If it matches, if that matches up. How many crotchless panty wearers do we have?
You mean no panties or crotchless?
Crotchless. You know what crotchless is. Kizzy?
Right. I was like,
all right, boy shorts, very popular. Yeah, we like the boy shorts. What, G-strings? G-strings, did I miss any? Briefs?
no briefs.
No panty wearers!
What about the high cuts?
You like high cuts. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're a high cut wearer. So you're a high cut wearer. Would you say your personality matches what you chose?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes,
how about for the boy short? Does that match your personality? Why?
I think so.
Why does it match your personality?
Well, you know, there's a comfort with it, and I'm a very active person. So one minute you may see me in a dress, next minute I may be playing basketball, next minute I don't know, hell, I may be on top of a man. There is a sexiness about the boy short because it's athletic, but it's sexy.
Yes.
And like I've said before, I match every day. So if I match my bra and my panty every day. So when I buy a bra, I'm buying 3 pairs of underwear, and 2 of them are always boy shorts, and the other one may be a thong or bikini. So, but I always have to buy 2 pair of boy shorts because, you know, it gets a little bad. You gotta throw them away.
I'm glad she said she throws them away. They don't become the period panty. What about the thong wearer? Who says thong? Sasha.
Yeah.
Does it match your personality and why?
Free spirit. I don't like clothes, so when I'm home, I'm out of my clothes. I just want to be free. It's kind of like my relaxing place, just get out all this stuff, and so I can kind of have that without no panties on throughout the day when I do have clothes on.
So you have some coverage.
Some coverage, but I'm still free. You know, just a little bit of.
So would you say that from a personality standpoint, it's about security?
It matches my conservativeness. So yeah, you know, just cover a little, but still, you know. Still got to be a mommy.
I like that. We're going to come back to that. Still got to be a mommy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who else? Who's the, what else do we have? The briefs. Can you tell us why that matches your personality?
It does. So one of the things that you said that I found, I'm like, oh God, that is me. So the brief is comfort. And I like to move about, and I don't want to have to pull and tug. But it really does match my personality because in my mind, what's under the brief is more important, and that I don't choose to show to many people.
Oh.
And so it really does match, you know, who I
So
am.
everybody doesn't get to see you, Toy.
No.
You choose who gets to see that person. So would you say you're
Yeah.
guarded, you're protective? Do you say, or is it more of a value thing?
It's probably something I probably should be on the couch about. No, I think a lot of it is probably my upbringing as an only child reared by older parents. So there's a lot of things that you can't say because the dynamics are different. So you kind of stifle who you are, but it's still there. So the sexy comes out when the briefs come off, but the exterior part is the safe place. So it's the part that doesn't offend people, sort of. I probably do. But exteriorly, it's the safe place. And so it's the outside of the house where you don't know what's on the inside.
And I think that's to say about a lot of the whole idea with the panty versus the personality. It's the underneath that nobody gets to see your undergarment, so I don't know what anybody's wearing, right? You certainly, but then it's what do we see? We see the personality. And the question is, are they matching up? Right? They matching up. Crotchless. I bring up crotchless in what were we gonna say?
I mean, is that a daily thing, really? Because I feel like that's a purposeful thing. Yeah, that's a.
I feel like you choose.
You can do that on some occasions, but that may not be my everyday norm.
Right.
But I'm there sometimes.
It depends.
But I wouldn't go out with it. That's just, that's the crotchless for a purpose. You understand what I'm saying? That's not crotchless because you're gonna go to the movies.
That's a
for what? Who's ever gonna know? And that's
But you would know. Because how many of us choose undergarments for ourselves?
Right.
Right?
Mm.
So if I want to
that.
be sexy for myself, then I may choose the crotchless. Right? Because it's not about anybody seeing it, right? So we heard Toy say, "Listen, this is about me keeping it covered, and I choose who gets to see it." But we would never know, only because we're asking. Right? And if you get that close, who's the panty? No panty wearer. Yeah. So tell me. Yeah. Okay, since you're on fire. Tell me what part of your personality that matches.
Being free. I've been there have been so many transitions within my life and things that I've gone through, and I think this is the moment in years that I have that I'm more free of who I am and acceptance of whatever I'm in my skin. I'm happy within my skin no matter what I'm doing. So I think that is the personality that comes with no panties, no restrictions, no limits, and certain limits, but no limits as to who I want to be. So that's why I think that matches.
I can agree with you. I typically I won't wear like underwears on my workout gear.
Yeah,
because I'm like that's my zone. That's
Yes.
where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Free.
Free.
Yeah.
What about going out? Do you do no panties going out?
Yeah.
Sometimes in the summertime, it's hot. You don't want to have all that going on. Sweaty. Yeah.
All day, all night, every day.
Yeah, every day.
Winter, spring, summer, fall.
365.
365 seasonal. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yes.
Alice agreed.
Yeah.
Yes, no panties. I've never been a panty wearer.
Even as a young girl?
And my parents have, would you stop taking off your clothes? And my aunt said, do you remember you used to always be so hot and you would come in the house and you used to take off all your clothes and you used to be running around, little 3-year-old naked? And I'm like, no, I don't remember that. Apparently that's always been my life.
That's what my mother says too.
I'm kind of like it is what it is. You get what you get.
Yep.
I don't put on for almost anybody.
Oh.
So it's just kind of.
So it does match your personality.
Yeah, it's just the
going
way.
free.
And if I have to, it makes me really nervous and uncomfortable having to
To put on.
I can do it, but I choose not to.
Whose mother had a conflict with them if they were early no panty wearers? Whose mother had a conflict with them not wearing?
All day.
Yeah.
She is very conservative. Catholic Haitian women. That's unacceptable. Who are you? And who's your mother?
Did you have to wear a slip?
Oh,
I have to wear a slip?
Stockings.
Maybe that's why I don't wear any underwear.
That's probably me too, right? Who knew?
Oh my gosh, she made me wear a slip and a camisole.
Yeah.
With everything.
So you had to cover up.
All the
Always.
time.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. So we're always covering.
Yeah.
We're
Who
always
we are.
covering
My
up.
mother was a no penny.
Your mother. So you got that from her. Yeah. That's a
Lucky are
generational.
My mother was a no penny.
Uh-huh. And so
She was
is
free
it?
around the house. I'm like, Mom.
Wow.
So you told her to put clothes on?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh.
My mother was freeing like that. She would walk around with underwear. But you had, we lived on the 6th floor, this is Brooklyn, apartment building. We lived on the 6th floor, but our neighbors, the young guys, could see. One day I discovered they were looking through the window. I'm like, Mom, you gotta put some